Hello students, welcome back once again to your physics class. Today we are going to start a new chapter and the name of the chapter is Magnetic Effects of Electric Current, as you can see. In our previous chapter, that is electricity, you have seen that when the current is passing through a conductor or say a wire, heating effect was observed, which is also called as Joule's heating effect. Okay, so that already you have seen. Now in this chapter, when the current is passing through a wire or through a conductor, one more effect can be observed, and that is called as the magnetic effect of electric current. So how it was discovered, just see here. Suppose you are having such type of circuit in which some current is passing. I have specifically shown a brown colored wire there, and around it we have kept a magnetic needle or a magnetic compass. Then it was observed that when electric supply was set on in the circuit, the magnetic compass was showing some deflection. As you know that a magnetic needle or a magnetic compass itself is a magnet, and that can be deflected from its normal north-south direction only when some magnetic field or magnetic force is acting on it. So definitely when it is kept near that current carrying wire and it is showing some deflection, it means that there must be some sort of magnetic field acting on it. Now the question comes, if there is no any other say south pole, north pole or any other bar magnet or U-shaped magnet, and that deflection is also coming when only the current is activated in the circuit, it means that current carrying conductor or that current carrying wire itself is acting as the source of magnetic field or magnetic force. So that we can see that, or that we can conclude here. Okay, next we will discuss here that how to decide the magnetic field or say magnetic field lines. The concept is very simple. If you try to remember that if I hold a magnet and in that magnet or near that magnet, if I place another object like some iron nail or like that, it gets attracted. Though directly they are not contacted, but still that magnet is able to attract it. Why it is so? Because that nail or that magnetic sensitive material is kept in a particular region around that magnet. So that region up to which the magnet can show its effect, it can exert the force on another magnet or magnetic material, is called as the magnetic field. Okay, so first of all we will try to see here that how the magnetic field can be decided about a bar magnet particularly. For this case, as you can see in the text, that consider we are having a bar magnet and say that bar magnet is kept on some table or on some surface as shown here. Now what we will do here, we will place a piece of paper on that magnet, something like this. Okay, now what we will do, we will sprinkle some iron fillings on it. Iron fillings is nothing but it is just a rough powder of the iron. Okay, so if I sprinkle that on that surface, you will find that magnetic that iron fillings, they get arranged in a particular shape. That shape I am trying to show it here. You can see it is like this. The arrangement of that iron fillings is as shown in this diagram. Okay, so it is trying to give the pattern around that bar magnet. Okay, alternately, if I want to find out the type of the magnetic field around that magnet, I can take a simple bar magnet and I can put the compass or magnetic needle at different positions around it, and by looking at the orientation of that magnetic needle, we can trace out the magnetic field pattern around that bar magnet. Okay, so to understand the concept of this magnetic field around the bar magnet, we have introduced the notion of magnetic field lines. Remember one thing, magnetic field lines as such are not the physical say things which are occurring. It is just a notion to represent the magnetic field around that given bar magnet. So how are they? You can see it here. The pattern of the magnetic field around that bar magnet can be given as shown here in this diagram. There are some lines. That lines are drawn across that bar magnet, and it is indicating here the structure or the pattern of the magnetic field around the bar magnet. Okay. Now when we are drawing these lines, there are some important say properties or say important things that we have to consider. You can see as shown in this diagram here, this is North Pole and this is South Pole here. Okay, so field lines are coming out from this North Pole and they are reaching on the South Pole. Okay, but remember one thing, the magnetic field lines are not discontinuous. Inside the magnet, if you think, okay, the field lines will go from south to north as I have drawn just there. Okay, so in just brief, in a nutshell, we will try to introduce now the properties of magnetic field lines. You can check it. Properties of magnetic field lines. The first, as I have told you, it starts at north and it reaches at south. I am not saying terminating, or I am not saying it is finished. Okay. Second, it enters at the South Pole. Whatever I have discussed here, this is externally. It is not within the magnet. And within the magnet, you will find that the magnetic field line starts from south and it goes towards the north. Okay. So in this way, the magnetic field line is a continuous line. It forms a continuous loop there. Okay, as shown in the previous diagram. Fourth, strength of the magnetic field can be understood from the number of field lines available at a particular position. Okay, if the crowd is more, it means stronger is the field, right? And if the number of lines are less, then weaker is the field. This is very important. If at a point you want to decide direction of magnetic field, simply you have to put the tangent to the magnetic field line. That tangent will represent here the direction of magnetic field at a given place. Okay, and last, it's very important. So many times the question also can be asked based on this assumption that two field lines never intersect. From the point 5 itself, it should be clear to you. If two lines are intersecting like this, then at the point of intersection there are two possible tangents. One, suppose along this line like this, and if the field line suppose crossing in this way, then you can represent another field line in this direction also. It means at a given point you will have two possible directions like this. This is not possible. At a particular position, the magnetic field will have a unique direction. It cannot have multiple directions at the same point. So that's why it's very important here to understand, right? So I hope that for today's discussion it's okay, it's enough, and in our next article again we will explore about the concept of magnetic field. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you very much.